Well, you see that thing making all the noise over there, that sweeper. You hear that belt? I was here 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, something like that, and it was doing the same thing. How can people just ignore things like that? I guess I'm just too picky of a person. I just couldn't let that go. I mean, more than it making the horrible noise, I'd be thinking to myself, well, what if this belt breaks here and I'm trying to do my job with my truck and my truck goes down? He's over looking at me now. He wants, no he's not. Well, anyway, so I know it's on the engine. It's not on his machine back there because it stops and slows down and starts up when he accelerates. I don't know how it's lasted that long. Well, okay, anyway, I know you guys didn't want to hear that, but, well, I'm back from the grocery shop and my pausing thing didn't work. I guess it turns off when I leave the camera too long, but I accidentally got behind Coupon Queen in there, so anyway, I've been kind of out of it a little bit the past couple of days, guys. I tell you what, I don't usually have any kind of health problems, thankfully, but some things you get when you just get a little older. I get a little bit of reflux here and there. I think I've got a partial hiatal hernia. My dad had one and all that, and my brother I think's had one going on, so it kind of causes that. It's not really what I eat. It's just like getting in a certain position and crouching down, bending down, things like that. So I've been dealing with that, and I did something kind of stupid the other day. I got a bottle of that Mylanta, the knockoff Mylanta. You can't get the real stuff right now, but got that, and I was having some issues with my reflux, so I got frustrated. There he goes. He goes right behind the building now. Got kind of frustrated with my reflux keeping me awake, so I just took two big swigs out of that thing, and that didn't really... Check it out. Corvette. My dad used to have one of those. Yeah, nice. Anyway, I took a couple big swigs out of that thing, and that didn't really do it, so I got back up and took another swig out of it, and the next day, suffice to say, was Wednesday. After I was at work about an hour and a half or so, I started having problems with my digestion, and I will not go into detail about it, except that I don't use the restroom in public places if I don't have to, if you know what I mean. But I needed to use the restroom, so I had to deal with that all day without going to the restroom, and it was not bad, but it caused that. And then the past few days I've been feeling just kind of funky, and it's probably something to do with that. And because it's got magnesium in it, and you get too much magnesium, it screws you up. And then been having some back problems. I think I overdid on the bicycle. I rode the bicycle like 10 miles in one day. So, not used to riding it. So anyway, I've been having that going on. I've been just kind of feeling sorry for myself. So I went in there and bought some of my groceries that I needed, and then bought myself some banana nut muffins, and I'll probably go home and eat the whole pack of them. Nah, I'm probably not, but I'm thinking about it. Here we go. Seriously thinking about it. My boss one time said if he lived his next birthday, he's probably going to get a whole box of those Krispy Kreme donuts and eat all of them in one sitting. And this guy, he doesn't ever eat stuff like that. And I've been trying to be real careful about what I eat too. I avoid the sodas and avoid a lot of sugar and, you know, all that. And, you know, sometimes I just wonder if it's worth it at all, because I still have problems. I don't know. They say it is. Clear road. Slow down. This thing gets up and goes. Boy, I could imagine this with a 6-liter in it. There's pretty much nothing been said bad about these LS series engines, which I know this is not a LS1, but it's the architecture. I think it's just called a Generation 3, and they really have nothing in common with the older, you know, small box. smooth engine, I'll give you that. It's a lot smoother than the old one. Which the old one, the 305 with Vortec, it was in the 350s I've had. They're smooth engines, but they're not smooth at idle. This one just purrs at idle. You can't even hardly feel it run. So that was one of the differences. But it's in certain situations it doesn't have as much grunt. Like going up a mountain, I noticed that's part of it. But the difference is just kind of. And then, but the thing is, you can get a tune for these, and of course that's quite a bit of money, I'm sure, but that'll let you get a little bit more power. Whoops, what's going on there? Focus. There we go. You can get a little more power that way and alter your shift points and all kinds of stuff. And the thing, I think if I got a tune on this truck, the one thing that I'd want to get changed around is the part throttle torque converter unlock, because I notice this truck keeps the converter locked all the time. Even if you're trying to pull a mountain or something like that, it'll just go ahead and downshift to third gear. I don't know if they all do that, but I don't like that, because the older ones will back out of the torque converter under a, you know, they call it a throttle angle. It's like it's a percentage, you know, load versus throttle angle. So, and this one doesn't have the drive-by-wire. It's too early for that. It's got just a plain old cable. So, all right, guys, I'm going in. Sit down for a while and eat my food. We will see you later. Bye-bye.